Your court television news starting now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Tuesday night edition of NJ Courts TV. I'm NJ Courts. I will be your host this evening, and welcome. Excuse me. We're going to, as you guys saw in the title, tonight's show is going to be focusing, and that's all we're going to be focusing on tonight, is the discussion of the Willy2Guns investigation. There are a lot of other things that I have to update on as far as in relation to a lot of the, court updates that we have going on with a lot of the cases that we've started court investigations into, or not investigations. We've started a lot of investigations, but as far as court coverage, we're not investigating anything. We're just covering a lot of these individuals. So those dates I'm going to be updating everybody on a separate show, and that will be tomorrow. So I will be coming live again tomorrow, and that is going to be for our midweek court coverage update, because we got a lot of dates coming up, got a lot of shenanigans going on, especially with our little buddy Skiwi. I know everybody wants to talk about what's going on with Skiwi, but tonight we're not going to be discussing anything about that. Tonight we're going to be focusing on, like I said, on trying to figure out what's just going on with this really sad situation. We're going to treat it as professional as we can, as we always do on this channel, when we're, dealing with a lot of sensitive items. A lot of the personal information that I might be sharing this evening, you're going to see a lot of that's been redacted. That's on purpose. That was done by this channel. And I just ask that you guys please try to keep it respectful in chat. You guys always do, so I'm not trying to be like, hey, you guys, we're all adults here, but please, we're dealing with possibly the death of somebody here. So I just ask that you are just respectful to each other, follow the TOS guidelines when it comes to chat, and we'll be fine. I want to learn a lot from you guys this evening, and I hope that you'll learn a lot from me. And again, together, I hope we're going to pretty much figure out what is the truth to this. And that's all we want to know. I'm not trying to, get a hold of this individual's family to let them know, what happened, shoot them videos, nothing. This investigation has been asked by a lot of viewers that have contacted me through Instagram and email, that know that I have the ability to get certain resources, and I'm willing to use those resources in order to get answers for these people. And I think rightfully a lot of people deserve that. And as far as what's going to happen, well, we'll just have to see. First, we just need to see whether, this is just some really weird, nasty rumor, or this is the truth. Okay. So with that being said, let me just get chat pulled up. Let me just kind of get settled in here. While we're doing that, we'll kind of give other people time to get into the chat, because I know I've been having issues with a lot of notifications going out. I don't know why that is. I don't think I've been shadow banned yet, and I'm just kidding. But for those people that may have some issues, we'll just give them some time to get in before we start, okay? So let me jump into my comment section. Yeah, absolutely. I'm reading some of the comments. I'll just put it this way. There's a lot of different opinions, okay? Of course, when you have something like this, and all the attention that's been put on it, you're going to have opinions, theories, allegations, all sorts. And, I think that's why a lot of people come to this channel, because what we've done in the past with a lot of this just, kind of same situation where we've got a lot of just different things we're hearing, is we go to facts. And when I say facts, generally that's always going to just be public information, what the court system says. Okay. You can't argue with, again, I'm not saying the government's always right and they don't lie, but usually when something is considered a legal document, you can't really argue with it most times. 99.9% of the times it's true. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. I've already started. I'll tell you this. I know a lot of people were kind of like, again, if you've been following the channel, we did just finish up a little road trip over the weekend. So as promised, as soon as I got back, I did start, investigating into this. And I'll be going over a little bit of what I've done myself. What we're going to do this evening is we're going to watch a few clips. For a lot of people that may be new to this whole situation, it'll be a way for them to be introduced to everything going on. For everybody else that knows what's going on, it may just be a refresher. It's also a way to maybe open your eyes up to some other things or details you may have not have known or seen, and now you've noticed, okay? And that's very important. I'll tell you this. I've been watching clips over clips over clips over clips. And by doing so, I've learned a lot of stuff that I didn't catch the first or second time watching that same clip. And it took me almost a third or fourth time watching the same clip to actually catch a really important piece of information. All right. And I'll give you an example. All right. The first thing that I started off on Monday was, in order for me to try to even figure out anything or to get to the bottom of this whole situation of, again, whether this individual did pass away or whether they didn't. And this is just a rumor and a lie that came from Becky Blade and the rest of the people that are spreading it. That's what we're here investigating. So let's just start with that. So again, we are investigating. We're not trying to, again, get into the details, get into this family's business. No, all we're investigating is simply one thing: whether this individual really did pass away, or whether this is just a rumor and this individual is alive. That's it. Okay. And the only way I can even start with that is I need a name. And as of Monday, I didn't have a name. Okay. So what I was starting to do was try to get a name. So what I did is I watched some clips, and I realized that in one incident, specifically going to the Walmart incident, where, Willy2Guns and the group went in and they were trespassed. Well, that being that they were trespassed involved a criminal call. Excuse me, not a criminal call. Essentially a criminal complaint was made, okay? And when a criminal complaint is made, that means there's information, and that's publicly available. So I'm going to show you here. I think I put it up on my, on some of the stuff I'm going to show you. I sent out a communication, and I got a hold through email, okay? With the, let's see here, at that time, I've got a hold of a lot of people, so just give me a second here. Who is that with? Because we're trying to figure out. Oh, yes. So I was trying to get the call, the 911 call, because in that, or at least in an incident report, there's going to be Willy2Guns' name. Okay. So I got a hold of the clerk's office. I got a hold of the people that are going to help me with that. And without even having to wait, I just submitted everything over the internet, over through email. They were able to get permission. Now I'm still waiting for that email, even though we know Willy2Guns' name. I already submitted for that email, but I'm going to go ahead and get the incident report from that call. Now, had we not had Willy2Guns' name, there would have been a good chance that it would have been in that call log that I'm going to be receiving here soon. Now, that information, when it comes, probably is not going to be anything important, but hey, why not take a look at it when it does? But that's just an example of what I started with, okay? Now, obviously today, for some of you that may not know, his legal name came out. And with that, people were able to search things. More information came out. I'm now able to look for more information now. And I already started today, and I'm going to share a little bit of that with you. And it will continue tomorrow. Okay. Rogue Nomad. Hey, no, it's not. And I think you already know that, dude. You're not the funniest of trolls, and it's actually funny to see you, but we welcome everybody. Have a seat. So, and I'm going to share something with you right now to clear up a lot of stuff, because Whirly brings up something here. Okay. Here's the thing. So for everybody that thinks they're going to find a death certificate, that's not public information. Okay. You're not going to get that. As a matter of fact, as recent as this incident may have happened, there may not even be a death certificate yet. Okay. I will tell you this. I'm going to share this information with you. in addition to the clerk's office that I got a hold of on Monday, trying to, get access to the 911 call, as well as whether it was through the, an audio or just a log for the Walmart incident. So that way I could obtain Willy2Guns' legal name. I also today was able to contact the Kansas City, Missouri medical examiner's office. Okay. And I'm going to share some information from what I got regarding, death certificates and everything else. As a matter of fact, I'll share that with you right now. Okay. So the only way that anybody's going to be able to pull any information that's going to be public, okay, does not matter which medical examiner's office it comes from, whether it's Missouri or in Ohio, okay? It will not, the only way that information will be publicly available is if in a criminal investigation starts or is started on that individual. If that happens, then that is available through the medical examiner's office, okay? And it's public information, okay? I called, and when I asked them, and I had them look up the Willy2Guns' legal name, they had found no information on him, and that was in the Kansas City, Missouri medical examiner's office. Now, keep in mind, though, I don't know what area or hospital he was brought to, and that makes a difference, okay? Because if this individual had passed away in Kansas City, because it's a large municipality and they have sublets, for example, that Walmart that they got in trouble at, that was in Gladstone. So if he went to for example, a hospital in Gladstone, and that's where he may have passed away, that information will not be available to the Kansas City, Missouri medical examiner's office. Okay, they gave me actually another number for the medical examiner's office in Gladstone, which I will be contacting tomorrow. Okay, I already left them a message today. I think they're already out of the office. So I'll be double checking on that. But remember, keep in mind, if there was no criminal investigation that was made, and this is just a natural passing, and there is obviously always going to be a death certificate, but it's not going to be publicly available, okay? We're not going to be able to just find it like that. Or even putting in a FOIA request, you're not going to be able to get it. Now, if there is a criminal investigation that's happened, that information will be available. So I just want to share that with you, okay? That information came from the call that happened between myself and a representative from the medical examiner's office of Kansas City, Missouri. And again, please keep in mind that their database does not cover that sublet of Gladstone, okay? We're also going to share another bit of information that I know a lot of you have seen already, okay? And that's going to be it looks like an email. And again, and I'm hoping you guys in chat can fill me in. But if I'm not mistaken, it looks like this was an email that was provided by Tone IRL, okay? That right there, I can't, remember, anybody can make up anything when it comes to an email, okay? Just keep that in mind is where I'm going, okay? And remember, Tone IRL, not the most reliable source for information, okay? But this individual has put out an email, and in this email, it's from somebody else that's shared this with Tone, passed this email along to them. And in this email, this individual has communicated, I would imagine, with the medical examiner's office, but in Ohio, okay? Reason they checked in Ohio was because that is where Willy2Guns is from. That's where, once his legal name was discovered and a search was made, that is the state where he's from. Now, I'm not going to be getting in any other really personal details. Everything else I'm going to discuss is public information, but that's why that search was made and started there. And even in that email, they say when they looked up that name, not Willy2Guns, his real name, they didn't find anything. But they even said, though, that their search only included this county, which is the county that he's from, supposedly, but didn't include another 2 counties, okay? So it's really hard to say if, one, that email is even true. And two, even if it was a legit email and it was a real search that was done, there's not even a way to confirm that, just with the fact that they said, well, we didn't see the name in there, but two, they said that it could have, it possibly could be from another county. So they can't confirm or deny. So we're just back to, just back to, the same place where we're at. Excuse me, jumbling my words a little bit. But as of right now, Grunge Truck, no obituaries. And that's just based on simple online searches. You know what I mean? So where we're at pretty much is you've got a group of people saying that Willy2Guns passed away. I'm going to show you some other proof that may back that up or corroborate that. Then we've got a lot of people that are saying, well, there's no proof of that. And the people that are saying this have lied before, and they have reasons to lie about this. Okay, that's why there is this confusion here. And like I said, the only thing that's going to clear this up is going to be an obituary. It's going to be anything that's from public, that comes from the medical examiner's office, that is public information that says that that individual passed away. And remember what I said. The only way that they're going to be able to share that information is going to be if it's been done. And the only way that the only way the medical examiner's office is even going to have Willy2Guns information in their system, this is the easy way to put it, is if a criminal investigation has been started. So that tells us this, okay? If we can find public records about Willy2Guns, that definitely means, sadly, he did pass away. And most importantly, and I think that's what a lot of people are very interested in the outcome of what's going to happen, is whether or not a criminal investigation has been started because of what happened to Willy2Guns. And rightfully it should. Absolutely. So that's where we're at right now. Okay. And I hope you guys in chat can share stuff. You guys can contact me through Instagram. You guys can contact me through email. But let's get started with a few things. Like I said, I'm going to start just kind of with an intro and everything here. I'm going to just play a clip from a clip channel. And we're just going to kind of start it out that way. And then we'll have a little discussion after the clip. We'll go into another clip. And then I'm going to share with you the email that I had with the clerk's office. I'm going to share with you some of the it looks to be like Facebook posts or Instagram posts from possibly members of Willy2Guns family that are discussing what happened. We're also going to listen to an update from Only Use Me Blade himself about what happened to Willy2Guns. And what's very confusing about this is you hear this update, which was, if I'm not mistaken, done September 22nd. We're the 26th today, okay? About 4 days ago. But there is video footage. I don't know if I have it tonight, but it's out there. There is video footage, though, of Blade saying that Willie passed, and that was way before September 22nd, okay? So that's strange that there's a mix-up of stories already. And they even say, okay, in the update that he gives, that they had found out just recently, but that he had passed weeks ago. And if that's the case, based on the Facebook post from his family members, allegedly, it looks to be about September 11th would have been the day that he supposedly passed, okay? September 22nd is when Blade's announcing it. But then remember, Blade, in a few videos that I've seen, he states something different, okay? In one of them, when he's pretty intoxicated, remember, a lot of people, when they're drunk, the truth comes out. He states that Willie passed, okay? And that's the video I want to find. I have it somewhere. Somebody has it, and they can just Instagram it to me right away. I'd appreciate that, because I would like to share that this evening. But either way, it's out there. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it. If not, you can look for it. But, it's just, that's what's really confusing to a lot of people, okay? Because there's a lot of different stories, one. And then even just the story of when Willie passed to when people found out is very strange, okay? So let's just start off with the clip here. I'm going to just, like I said, going to be sharing my screen here. So let me just cue up this clip and I'll be right with you. All right, so this is going to be from IRL Moments. Shout out to them. They've actually featured some clips from Stick and myself. So big shout out to them. If you've never subscribed to them, they're a huge clip channel, and they cover a lot of the different IRL streamers, specifically a lot of the IP2 streamers. So this is going to be coming from their clip channel here, okay? And here we go. Now, this is going to be about a 15 to 17-minute clip. I am going to play it through because it is a good clip, and it does, you know, it goes over a lot of highlights from that day and the incident of what ended up putting Willy2Guns in the hospital. The next few clips we're going to play after this, I'm not going to play the whole clip. So if you already know, oh, man, that's a 20-minute clip. No. This is going to be the only clip we're going to start from beginning to finish. I may stop it to comment on a few things, but the next clips after that, we're just going to be fast forwarding to just some certain points from those clips. But this clip specifically, I think they did a pretty good job of just pointing out a lot of different things that happened throughout that day. Especially, like I said, for some of you that are, not very familiar with the situation, this is a pretty good clip that'll kind of catch you up on everything. And again, if this is something you've already seen, be patient. Go grab yourself a soda pop, go do a number 1 or 2, and when you get back, I'm sure the clip will be done, and then we'll be getting into some other stuff that you may have, may be new to you, okay? So here we go.
Put that on. Willy2Guns, baby.
Check it out. Yeah. Come on. To be a healthy hand person, got to get a grip.
You only live once.
Thank you.
I love you, Blade.
I love you, dude. I don't know what this means, but cool. You're weird.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll wrap you up.
I see it. You want to?
Yeah. You want to?
You want to?
Hey, you guys want that content? You want to see Blade beg for his life back?
Dude,
I don't think you want it.
You're awesome, dude.
I know. I'm the nicest guy.
You're awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Put me in a situation where I fucking figure your ass mouth out.
I'll put you in a I'll put you in a blood choke, dog. Listen, I will put you in a blood choke, but I will lift your legs and shake them and wake you up properly. I won't hurt you.
No, he just likes you, dude.
I know.
I like it, dude.
I know you do.
I like it, dude.
I'm an overwatcher. I'm a protector. I love everybody.
Got my own set of problems that I got to fix. It's why I'm playing when they out here turning tricks. Grandma's still holding pounds, yeah, trying to flip. It's always how I step because I'm always on a mission. Magnify vision, quarterback in my position. Turn the words into money, it's gonna take the grip. Thinking stain, sucker freeze, gonna keep me out of prison. Left home a long time ago. I was in the music. Fast forward, present, was it all irrelevant? Cause I get to see it down from the money that I spent. Dark clouds hanging over me. What's so hard to
Blade, how you gonna let a stream sniper steal your girl and let it in your house? You a bitch. Max it out or beta. Blade, how you gonna let a stream sniper steal your girl and let it in your house?
Which one?
You a bitch.
You know.
Max it out or beta.
And first of all, he did not steal me from Blade. Blade and I have been broken up for much longer than you guys are aware of. Second of all, Will never talked to me ever before Blade and I were broken up like that, so. We didn't like
See, there.
Willie
Connected.
was very
See the bag.
respectful and never talked to me like that.
And the lighter.
Only Mexican I know is taco. Desktop streaming. Just want a feature. Put me on the network last night at Keeper. 12K viewers looking like ice.
Bet! Help! It's urgent as
What?
Okay, so he just tried to sleep in my bed, right? We pulled him out. Now he's stuck on my floor, and we need to get him up and
Is he
move.
stuck to the floor?
Yeah, we got to get him up and move him somewhere he can
Why did you
sleep.
stick yourself to the floor?
He's stuck. Look at him.
Let him sleep on the floor.
What?
It looks comfortable, I have to admit. I'm
Bruh.
kind of jealous.
Come on, dude. There's
That's the best bed in the house.
there's actual spot he can sleep.
That is the actual spot.
Yes. I'll help. Hold on. I'm coming.
What?
What the?
I'm strong, dude.
You ain't that strong, baby.
I'm strong.
You
Look.
ain't that strong.
Strong.
Baby, you got
I'm
me in
helping
the
with
living room.
my camera angle.
Go and get your ass in the bedroom.
You got me burned up.
Which room? Right here?
I'm gonna hit your head.
Oh my God, you're
Oh, look, come here. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you.
you're so
Come
close.
here. I'll show you.
You're
We're
so
close.
close.
Close down.
You're so close.
Close down.
What?
Silver suit. All the way.
What?
No.
Yes, do it.
No.
Yes.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Just do it. You did it. There.
No. Stop it. Get up.
Stop it like it's hot.
It is hot. She's just gonna be a genie with it.
Just let him sleep there. Let him just sleep there.
Well, we got
Yeah, that's close. Look, his head's totally on the mattress.
All right,
Whatever.
That counts.
Whatever. He can
Okay,
sleep like
lights
that.
out. Good night.
That's his own
That
issue.
counts.
What's up, chat? 14-hour drive yesterday.
Anonymous sent $21. Let's do it, Willie.
21. Add 2 more.
All right.
Add 2 more.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you, bro. Plan is in execution.
Dude. That's
Dude,
3 lines.
That is not a triple. That's a fucking quarter. What? Why did you?
To the triple.
Huh?
To the triple.
That's not a. Is it a triple?
It's the next line.
I don't know if that's how that
Look
works.
at me. Put that on me. Willy2Guns, baby.
All right, whatever. I think it's a quad or more, but whatever. Do it.
I'm drinking it. Why do you care?
I don't. Just go for it. Like what the? That's like a whole cup of Crown Royal.
Yeah.
That wasn't a shot of any sort.
Well, it was a 3-shotter.
That was more than 3 shots, in my opinion.
I give my people a little bit more.
Little fatty. Hey, there you go.
This is the best sandwich.
What do we do?
I want to see you try it.
You're pretty drunk now, so.
These are sandwiches.
You good, bro? You good, dog? Hey, you good? Listen, hey, you good? We need to get him. Hey, we need to get him laid down before he falls. He's gonna fall down and really hurt himself. He's fine. All right, fine.
There you go.
You say he's fine. It's on you if he falls and breaks his face.
He's the one that wants to stand there.
I'm trying to get him to. He's passing out, dude. He's drunk as shit, bro. You need to get moved from the spot and like find somewhere to crash.
Is there a mattress on the floor?
Yeah, he needs to crash right here. There's an air mattress already laid out.
It's perfectly fine, dude.
All right, whatever, dude. I'll just leave him. But like, I mean, what the fuck, man? Look at him.
Well, what do you want us to do?
Help me move him to his mattress.
No, he's fine. He doesn't want to be moved.
Yeah, you're right. He's not even awake, so he doesn't want anything. You know what? I fucking told you. I fucking told you, bro.
What happened?
I don't know. What do you think can happen?
Fell over.
Well, that's because he was leaning on something.
Yeah, and I kept telling you who's gonna fall.
Now he's on the ground. Now he's where he needs to be, so it worked out.
All right. I just hope he's okay. That's the main thing. Let's do a clown. We'll flip him on the side too when we're done. Put red on his nose. Blue eyelids. And then we'll be done. Come on. Hey, pop it up. You wake up. You gotta wake up, Billy, dude. You can't be sleeping here.
Yeah, you can't be killing yourself
Yeah,
with alcohol.
dude.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
I don't know what all you mix, bro. But you
Anonymous sent $3 right. Blade always wins.
make sure you got a clear airway. Hey, you good? You gotta. All right, stay on your side, dude.
On his side.
Yeah, he's. Oh, let me check his breathing. Okay, yeah, he's definitely. Oh, okay. So, yeah, he just picked up a big wiggy. Okay, he's okay. He's breathing. That was a little scary. Yeah. Get it out. Get it out. Here.
He's still unconscious right now?
Yeah, he's snoring.
He's snoring.
Well, the paramedics are on the way. I've got some instructions for you here. Are you right beside him now?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to lay him flat on his back.
He's on his side because he was drinking.
Lay him flat on his back and remove any pillows, okay?
Remove what?
Okay. I want you to put one hand on his forehead, the other hand under his neck, and tilt the head back.
I mean, he's on the ground. Okay.
Now what?
Okay, did that help with the snoring a little bit?
A tiny bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can you feel or hear any breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's snoring, breathing.
Okay. Listen, we're going to count his respirations really quick. Look at him closely. I want you to say the word now every single time he takes a breath in. Go ahead and start now.
Now.
Again.
Now.
Again. One more time.
Now.
Okay. All right. He's actually breathing a little fast, but he should be getting enough air that way. I want you to watch him really closely.
Yeah, we have him. We have him.
Stay right beside him. Make sure his head is tilted back and check his breathing often.
Okay.
Okay.
If he vomits, you're going to need to turn it back on his side, clean out his mouth and nose.
Absolutely.
You
Okay.
need to keep that airway clean. And I'll go ahead and stay on the line with you until help gets there.
Okay.
All right, just let me know as soon as they're right there with you, or if anything changes in his breathing, or if he wakes up or anything like that.
Okay.
He had been up for many hours when the doctor was dismissed on him this morning. He started drinking heavily and he passed out like his flesh.
I don't think Willie was on anything that wasn't prescribed. Did they lower the sedation today? I don't know, Barry Blues. Like, I don't know, like, if he can. I think he can breathe on his own. I think if I remember correctly, they said we're keeping him sedated because when he wakes up, he tries to tear the equipment out. Like, he tries to leave, tries to tear the shit out. But that's a very common reaction when people wake up from that stuff. It's very common for them to tear at the tubes and.
Can we get an honest Willy Blue Balls update?
Sure. He is in the hospital and he's alive. No, he's in ICU on a ventilator.
That's pretty much life support. ICU on a ventilator is life support, pretty much. Okay, Willy2Guns in the ICU on a vent, and do you know what that means, Blade? You don't normally come off of a vent, Blade. You know why?
That's wild.
You know why? Because if you could breathe on your own, you'd be doing it.
But he ain't streaming, so give me that money. I left side, west side, YouTube with the face that's fine. West side, but I'm from the East Coast.
Apparently I can leave Kansas City now, though, and go find myself a new home because I got abandoned today. So, me.
What abandoned you?
Billy.
Really?
Yeah, he's fine apparently. I mean, I don't know how sure it is.
How was this dude?
Don't say that. I think it's. I don't know, but whatever. I'm leaving. Karen, do you want that? I can't eat.
Are you really leaving?
There you go.
Are you really leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Hey, I'll never leave you.
I just can't think straight right now.
No, I know. 2 days ago, Beck found out that Willie actually passed on either the 8th or the 7th, basically 2 weeks ago. So it's been confirmed. Willie's no longer with us, and it sucks. And Beck's been a hot mess, and I've been trying to, like, I don't know really what I can do, but yep. So there you go. The final Willie update.
1 million views on a video, just boast with it, cause he out here grinding with the street. I'm a YouTube grinder, lost 2 teeth for this YouTube, but I'm good, homie. Just listen to me spitting 5 bars. That's so my Raj, 6 cartel, know how we ride. Ride with a YouTube, said switch. Now wait,
You know, we've seen so much crazy stuff happen with in real life streaming to the point where people always say, like, someone's going to die. Well, we're at that point now because somebody died. You know, recently there's a story with Sam Pepper and Ice Poseidon and setting up a camera and having hookers come over and setting up a fan and them getting arrested for allegedly sexual assault or something. At least that's what the police officer said. And that's got all the attention right now. Even Kick is putting out a statement saying, like, hey, we gotta do better. They're getting a lot of heat for that situation. But there's a whole nother situation where somebody died. Only Use Me Blade, former friend of mine, many, many years ago, does these in real life streams where people donate money and he drinks. You know, you donate $5, he does a shot of Jaeger or whatever. And this has caused him to be a complete loser for like the last decade. Well, he has these orbiters and other people that hang out to stream with him live and whatnot. And one of these guys gets wasted and he falls over. Instead of taking care of him, you know, the people in the house are like kicking him in the head. They're painting all over his face. And eventually, you know, after a while, they call the cops because he's non-responsive. The guy goes in a coma, and he's in a coma for roughly about a month, and he just died. He just died. And this footage is on the internet. It's on YouTube. It's horrible to watch, knowing that this guy died. Blade, Only Use Me Blade, announces a couple days ago that, and I just seen this video this morning, but he announces that the guy passed away. And as he's drinking and getting more drunk, he's making jokes that the guy can die. And then there's this love triangle aspect of it where it's Blade's ex-girlfriend that was dating the guy that died. And now she's single again because the guy died. And now Blade's hitting on her. Like, this is horrible, horrible.
So hi, Keem. I'm not drunk or anything, but I got a lot of people in my chat. I'm having a good time. Hi. What was this tweet that you made about me?
Oh, about the guy that died?
Yeah, somebody did die, but it wasn't my fault though.
Well, let's set up a proper interview and go over it.
That's fair because I have nothing to hide, dude. Cool. Call me tomorrow.
I would hide all the jokes and shit you were making the other night about the guy dying. I would hide that for starters.
No, but that's how I deal with shit because I make jokes, but I didn't do anything and it's not my fault. So you know that's how I deal with tragedy, dude.
So you doing these drunk streams and you know people donate money for a drink and then you have all these orbiters and you have a house and everyone partying, getting wasted, and then when someone does pass out, you don't take care of them. You just put them.
No, okay. Well, then no, Keem. First off, Keem, this guy came to my house. He woke me up. I didn't encourage him drinking the alcohol. I didn't do anything. I wasn't drunk at all. Now, this person chose to drink. We can talk about this on the interview. I don't give a fuck. But this person chose to drink, and then he had a misfortune, and it led to that. But I didn't give me any alcohol, dude. I was sober as fuck, dude. I didn't drink anything. Why did he die? Because about a month previous, he was in a bad car accident. He was on hella medication.
Congestive heart failure. Did he not? Yeah, congestive heart failure.
Congestive heart failure.
Did you guys do that?
No, actually.
I did not know that. Listen, Keem, you know that I'm a partier, obviously, okay? I wasn't partying with this guy. I was sober as fuck. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't about the degenerate shit. And this person happened to pass. It's a really unfortunate situation, but it's not my fault. It had nothing to do with me.
So disgusting what's happening.
Why? Because I didn't do anything though, Keem.
Bro, your whole environment created that scenario.
No, that dude was a viewer of mine, and I met him before. He was cool as fuck. But when he came to my house, I didn't drink an ounce of alcohol with him.
Wasn't he dating your girlfriend?
No, that girl broke up and started dating him. How about this, Keem? Hey, Keem, don't worry about it. I'll give you the proper interview tomorrow if you want. If not, but I didn't do anything wrong, Keem. I've done a lot of wrong things in my life, Keem, and you've called me out on a lot of my shit. I get it, but I'm not in the wrong here. So I'll be glad to talk to you tomorrow about it, okay?
It's disgusting, Blade. I can't believe that you're still doing this shit. Fix your life, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Fix your life. I didn't do anything wrong, dude. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong.
All righty. So, again, that was from IRL Moments. Let me go ahead and put out the link for those of you that want to subscribe if you haven't, or check out more of their videos, or check that video out again. Give me just 1 second.
It's a pretty big scene right here.
Oh, maybe it wasn't over. Hold on. All right. Excuse me. It was not done yet. So we're going to play the rest of this because I think, or unless I rewinded, just give me a second. I might have rewinded by accident.
Shut up. Christ, so much shit. Like, mugger. At least with he's on the third it out. Kind of Blade just kind of muttered it out of the.
All right, I'm sorry about that. Let me figure out what I got going on here. Jeez, what's this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was done. It just queued onto my next video, that's all. So let me get you the link to that clip channel, and we are going to move on. All right, there we go. So, I hope, like I said, for some of you that may not have had, knew about how everything kind of happened, shout out to IRL Moments for that clip. I think they did a pretty good job. I did see some comments in the chat, and again, you are correct. Again, those are fast forwarded a lot. So, as far as like the timing and things like that, yeah, it took a lot longer than it seems when you're watching that for them to get help and actually call the ambulance. So where it seems like it's, quick, it's not. That's shortened up. You got to remember that. So I appreciate y'all in the comments that pointed that out. Second of all, there was some things that were mentioned about Willy's health in that clip, okay? I want to play another clip here that also speaks a little bit about that. I think at one point, Willy himself talks a little bit about his past issues. He states that he used to have an issue with pill addiction, and that was while he was being treated for cancer. I'm not sure, what the outcome of that was. But, then in this clip here, you hear that he had some issues with his heart and was taking medication for that. There's also in the clip, it is said that he took Ambien as well. That was mixed with the liquor or the alcohol. So it does not matter. I mean, where I'm going with this is, that individual seems like they had a lot of things that probably shouldn't have been mixed with the amount of liquor that they were being fed that day. And that's the really shitty thing is if those people are aware that, he did have some of those issues, me personally, I probably wouldn't have been encouraging him to drink. Now, he is his own man. I get that. But you know what I mean? It's just, I personally think, there was a lot of negligence that happened from all those people in that house. Every single one of those individuals, if this does get criminally investigated, if we assume that everything is true, that Willy2Guns did pass away, I will tell you, there's probably most likely going to be a criminal investigation stemming from all this, and they're going to want to speak to every single one of those individuals in that house, especially since they're all on camera now, specifically to the individual that was behind that camera, which was Tone himself, okay? It's a really shitty situation. You see exactly what built up to it and then what happened, all right? let's see here. Let me go over to my other clips here and pick another one up that I want to queue up and play, and we'll discuss. So what we're going to do is let's just jump right into the update. Okay, so we saw what happened. Let's just kind of do a quick timeline. Okay, so Willie shows up with Beck. According to them, it was about a 14-hour drive from where they drove from. They arrive in St. Louis, Missouri, correct? Or not St. Louis, Kansas City. I apologize about my geography. They arrive in Kansas City, Missouri to meet Blade and the rest of the streamers at the streamer house. Okay. Seems like Willie went straight from arriving to the house to just kind of partying it up. They go right to drinking. In another video that we have, and I might have time to play that, this one's a lot longer. This one video clip literally is, shows you the whole day and what happened. And I'll give you a short summary. Okay, what happens is once Willie gets there and they start drinking, they go out to a Walmart to do some shopping. Okay, Tone, Willie, Beck, and Beck is driving there in Willie's truck. Okay, they show up to this Walmart. They're out doing their thing. They got the stream on, and some of the workers come, management, and they, ask them to leave. Okay, the police get called. They ask them to leave. They all leave. Okay. They go back to the house. Willie passes out. So he had already passed out once. About 2 hours he passed out for, okay? He passed out on the ground. They actually drag him into a room, kind of flop him onto a bed, and let him sleep it off. He wakes up 2 hours later, and then they continue to feed him more alcohol. Again, he is his own man, okay? But he continues to drink some more. At one point, Tone actually gives him a hit from his dab rig. I don't know if Willie smokes THC or if he does or doesn't, if he's used to the concentrate levels on those dab rigs, which are very high, okay? So at one point, Tone gives him a hit from the dab rig, okay? Then they go back to that Walmart again, which they weren't supposed to be at, get in trouble because the people recognize Willie, okay, because they had trespassed Willie, and then the police come again, okay? At that point, I believe Willie got, I don't know, and again, I'm just basing this on what I heard. It sounds like Willie had some paperwork in his hand from that incident, okay? He obviously wasn't put in jail or arrested, but it sounds like they might have given him, a citation, probably for the trespassing, okay? So there could be right now an active criminal charge or citation, not charge, for Willie because of that incident from that, trespassing at that Walmart. Neither here nor there, okay? They go back to the house, proceed to drink more, and then you see what happens. That's where you see Willie is now pretty much blackout drunk, and he's just hanging on or balancing his limpless body, on the stairway banner, however you pronounce it, okay? And then you see him fall over, and then, the clip continues. So a lot happened before you see Willie right there and then the condition. Also, another thing you guys didn't see in that clip, and I don't know, maybe we did and I just didn't see it because I was answering some messages, but at one time, at some point, Willie is marked up, okay? They mark him up completely. They paint his whole face up, all right? So the ambulance is getting there. Well, they tried wiping it off, right, to kind of make it, look like they didn't do anything to him. Yeah. Well, either way, if you watch some of the clips, you'll see where they, it's bad what they do, okay? They took advantage of somebody that was clearly in a horrible state that should have had the ambulance called immediately, okay? And they literally sat there and used him as content, okay? And if what happened is true, now you have an individual that passed away possibly from, as a result of that incident that day. Exactly, Shell 97. It was very senseless, 100% fucked up, and it's sad. Okay, so let's get to this other clip here. We're just going to go straight to now. What date was this? September 22nd, I believe it is. And this is the update from Blade, okay? Now, remember, this is his official update. And then he also has what we're going to read after we listen to this update. We're going to read his kind of, I guess, what you would call his official statement that he made, I guess, to the IP2 community in response to Keemstar, his ex-buddy's, statements. Okay. So let me cue up that clip here. All right, I just posted the link. This clip channel is Figure It Out, and that's the link if you want to subscribe to it or check out this clip on your own. But let's go ahead and cue that up.
Hi, peoples. I sound weird. I feel like I'm under the weather, man. I look like shit. Been traveling. I'm sleep deprived. I've been sniffling a lot. I don't know, dude. That Jaeger's not cold. I put in a little freezer thing. Every stream for the last month and a half, it's been an ongoing thing where people have been asking for a Willy update. And I promised you that I don't have a Willy update. I didn't have a Willy update. And so that's why I never spoke on it. Beck has spoke on it before of what she knows. I'm just going to be just letting you guys know what the situation is. 2 days ago, Beck found out that Willy actually passed on either the 8th or the 7th, basically 2 weeks ago. So it's been confirmed. Willy's no longer with us, and it sucks. And Beck's been a hot mess, and I've been trying to, I don't know really what I can do, but yep. So there you go. The final Willy update. He's no longer among us. And he passed.
Can you ask the trolls to leave his family alone during this time?
Trolls, I know you don't listen to me, trolls, but if you can do me a solid, this is not kicking me out of a 7-Eleven. This isn't me getting kicked out of a store. This isn't sending shit to my family, which is fucked up. But can you leave Willy's family alone? They're literally grieving. They're literally grieving. Leave Willy's family alone and off. Thank you. So there you go, man. There's the final Willy update. Move on.
Okay, bud. This is a good donation bait. Can you show proof or an obituary?
Honestly, I don't think there's an obituary. For the simple fact of all the trolls contacting the family. I have nothing to gain from making up a lie saying that Willy passed. They did some detective work and they figured it out, and through family members' posts.
Anyways, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. If you don't believe us, I don't fucking care.
Blade lying about a man's death for the sake of soliciting donors is a horrible sin. Show us a death certificate.
How about you all the way off?
There you go. And no, I'm not doing some fucking donation for family shit. That's not how this stream works. No, I'm not setting up a donation thing for Willy's funeral. I'm not doing all that. I'm not trying to fucking capitalize off that dude passing, dude. That's real life, and this is stream. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. Obviously, my streams are supposed to be lighthearted and fun, but this is a serious situation. I stream my life. This is part of my life. I gave you an update, even though I don't have to, but that's what happened, dude. So How am I not honest? I literally tell you what's going on.
You can't tell them the truth. They never believe you anyway. So who cares? That's what you tell me. Every time I'm like, stand up for me. Like, you never tell them, like, what's really going on. And then you're like, even if I told them, they don't believe it. So
That's true.
But you're sitting here arguing that way.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that.
Anonymous donated $3. Beck, shut the bunnies up. Why the bunnies are you still here? Why does every man in your life die? You are AIDS.
Not me. That hurts. The person that does the LOL thing is actually a cool dude, but come on, dude.
You want to be next?
You talking to me?
No.
Oh.
Play the day after he went to the hospital. Your own words were, I'm glad Willie died, dude.
I was drunker than shit, dude.
More we know you don't care. Haha.
Dude, I was drunker than shit, and I obviously don't mean that, dude. Here's the thing, guys. You guys are confused.
So that right there, that statement he made, that was the video that I was referencing to. So it sounds like that was done the day, according to this donation. And again, you know, I can't say that's exactly the truth, but it makes sense that the clip, that the one that I'm looking for, or that I have, I just don't have it here to queue up. It was the clip of where you hear him exactly like the donation saying, Blade making that really shitty ass comment, okay? And I guess his excuse is, I was drunk. So that right there, I'm going to just replay that part. That was the clip I was referring to, that, you know, he does, you know, give an update at some point. Now, there's another one too, okay, where he's outside and he also says that Willie's passed, okay? That's different. So there's two of them. This is one of them, though, where he does make that statement, okay? And it's just really, like I said, you know, a lot of people, what do they say? When the truth comes out when you're drunk, right? You speak the truth a bit. Your honesty comes out a bit. So.
And sometimes it overlaps. Some of them don't get that. A lot of them don't get that.
I hope they buried him in his picnic flannel. Necky strikes again. F. So how is it not Tone's fault? He was feeding him
streaming in
hospital. Your own words were, I'm glad.
That hurts. The person that does the LOL thing is actually a cool dude, but come on, dude.
You want to be next?
You talking to me?
No.
Oh.
Play the day after he went to the hospital. Your own words were, I'm glad Willie died, dude.
I was drunker than shit, dude.
More we know you don't care. Haha.
Dude, I was drunker than shit, and I obviously don't mean that, dude. Here's the thing, guys. You guys are confusing streaming and having fun with real life, and sometimes it overlaps. Some of them don't get that. A lot of them don't get that.
I hope they buried him in his picnic flannel. Necky strikes again. F. So how is it not Tone's fault? He was feeding him shots. He hit the ground and they started painting his face and neglected calling an ambulance while he was knocked out on the floor. Is Beck?
I called the ambulance. What the f are you talking about? I literally called the ambulance, dude.
Interesting, this is such an update. Anyone with a Brian could figure it out. Beck said he ghosted her back around the 8th and you said it too. Trying to keep it hush-hush, now running from an accidental death lawsuit. Get your popcorn out like a movie.
I have to say this. In a way, Beck, I'm not trying to be funny here, but he did kind of ghost you, literally. I'm not trying to make fun here, but if you believe in that shit, he passed, so now he's a ghost, so he technically ghosted you, if you really want to fucking play words like that. I'm not trying to be funny right now. Beck, that was super out of pocket and super inappropriate. But I told you before, the way that I deal with horrific shit is through jokes.
Slice
You're not mad at me?
donated
Cool.
$3.
All right, cool.
You just made a horrible joke about someone dying in the company of someone who loved him. Brian. You have to stop your descent.
I'm not mad at him because I know that's the way he deals with situations like this, but I'm sorry.
Blade. We know deep down you're happy Willie died. Now you think have a chance with Nikki again. Keep supporting her until she has another better opportunity. You got left for a mod, but keep your hopes up, bud.
Okay, I know you're trolling. If you really think that's what the story is, you should write fantasy tales, dude. If you really think
I thought we're just like decent people that are being there for each other because we've been together for a long time and know each other and have been best friends.
But this isn't a script. A human being passed away that was important to people. One of the nicest, most giving persons I've ever met, even though I've only met him for a short period of time, is no longer with us. And there's shitty people that are living to 100. So the world ain't fair. Let's do fire sales, dude.
Yeah, well, he seems like he's so caring, right? Here's another clip I want to share with you really quick. Again, this is going to be from the same clip channel. Figure it out, dude.
Figure it out, dude.
Hi, Mom. I'm doing great. How you doing? How's Willie doing? That motherfucker's on my support. He's on some suspect. I hope he doesn't make it. Well, his family sucks. I'm just gonna say it. And his family blames back on his fucking shit. Yeah, between me and you, Willie's dead. He's gonna die, dude. Like, he's in the part where he died. So, hopefully, Beck takes him back. We're gonna figure it out. I love you.
It's a short clip, so we'll play it again just in case you guys missed it a little bit. But, yeah, a little bit different tone Blade has, huh, whenever he's drunk. And remember, like I said, for a lot of people, when they're intoxicated, you know, their true emotions come out, okay? So you hear him talking one way, but every time he's been intoxicated, he sure seems like he's totally got a different opinion about what he thinks of Willie and the situation. And it's really messed up, man. I mean, what he says, he's talking to his mom. So for some of you that didn't hear that part, he's on a phone conversation with his mother while he's pretty fucked up, excuse my language, and giving his opinion and telling her, you know, that he's on life support, that he died, that he is going to die. You see, he's jumping a lot of information. And this was the day after, I think, or at least a couple of days after Willie was put into the hospital, all right? So this would have been around the time of August 4th, you know, maybe the 5th or 6th. The date for the the update from Blade and Beck that we just watched earlier, that was from the 22nd or the 23rd. I believe it's the 22nd. Okay, and they're claiming that based on what Blade said and Beck confirmed was she found out 2 days prior to that. So she's saying she found out on the 20th, September 20th, is what she's claiming of Willie passing. You know, so just keep those dates in mind when you're starting to listen to a lot of these clips and you're hearing things like this, you know, coming from Blade. A lot of these things aren't making sense.
Hi, Mom. I'm doing great. How you doing? How's Willie doing? That motherfucker's on my support. He's on some suspect. I hope he doesn't make it. Well, his family sucks. I'm just gonna say it. And his family blames back on his fucking shit. Yeah, between me and you, Willie's dead. He's gonna die, dude. Like, he's in the part where he died. So, hopefully, Beck takes him back. We're gonna figure it out. I love you.
All right, so that was the update from Beck and Blade, okay, that we listened to. And then an intoxicated Blade giving an update to Willy's medical condition to his mom a few days or the day after, the day of, when he went into the hospital. Excuse me. What I'd like to do is share some of the things that I received from other people. I'm going to share the email that was between me and the clerk in regards to the 911 call. Like I said, the reason that I was trying to obtain that information and the reason I requested it already, even though, at this point it may or may not be of any help to this investigation, is because at that time I didn't have Willy's name, okay? And the only way I'm going to even get to the bottom of any of this is I need his name. Well, now that I know it, that information might not be important, but that's the reason why I had the communication with the clerk's office, okay, in Kansas City, Missouri, in regards, more specifically, in the Gladstone I guess you'd call it a sublet, okay, the Gladstone division, okay, because that's the Walmart. That's where the Walmart was in that area, or where that's the call went to their department is the easiest way to put it, okay? So it's Gladstone Police Department, and the only way I found that out was listening to that clip when they're in Walmart. When the police get there, I believe Tone or Willy asked one of the police it was Willy. Willy's having a conversation with one of the police and asks him, "What department are you from?" And they said, it was hard to hear. I thought they said Blackstone, but then I said, I think they said Gladstone, and then you Google search and it popped right up right away. So from listening to that, I was able to, track down that department. Then I got in touch with their clerk's office. They're the ones who, got in touch with the cap. You'll hear it. It's in the email. When it's those little towns or sublets, it's a lot of work, okay? They had to release the information. They had to get in touch with the captain of that police department to see if it was going to be okay to release it, and only because it's a media channel, okay? So that's going to be on its way. Whether it's important at this point, who knows? We'll take a look at it. It's public information. But the reason that was done, like I said, was to obtain his name, because without a name, I can't call a medical examiner's office like I did today and ask, "Hey, is this individual in your records?" And like I stated earlier, for some of you that weren't here at the beginning, I also so yesterday is when I got in touch with the clerk's office, okay? As soon as I got back from the lake, all right? Or excuse me, my whole weekend. I went to White Sands and then to Alamogordo. That's another thing we'll discuss. But as soon as I got back from that trip, I made the communication with the clerk's office to try to get the name. Today, once I found out what Willy2Guns' name was, I went ahead and communicated with the medical examiner's office in Kansas City, Missouri. And they did do a search on their database, and they came back with, no, we don't have that individual in our database. Reason I had them check was because, according to the email that we're going to look at right now, we're going to go over some little bits of information, okay? We're going to go over the email that Tone shared with everybody today, which I believe he's deleted off of his IRL, or he did it on his live and he's deleted that live is what I've been told, but who knows if it's still there or not. Either way, this is available through the IP2 community forum. And you can always screenshot it off of me if you want it for your own records. But either way, in this email, communication was made to the medical examiner's office in I believe it was I don't know what the name of the county was, but it's the county for Cleveland, okay? That's the county they called, and in Cleveland, Ohio. And according to that medical examiner's database, they did not have Willy2Guns' name in there. But they did also mention, though, that their database doesn't cover two other counties that I have a feeling probably are sublets of Cleveland. Kind of like the same thing here with the Kansas City, Missouri, okay? The reason I called them was because this employee with the medical examiner's office confirmed this with me, okay? I asked them, I said, if an individual passes away, okay, and where pretty much the question is which medical examiner's office do I call if I want to find out where an individual passed away at, okay? And the person said, it's going to be where the hospital's at they passed away at, which I assume if they can't find it in Ohio, maybe it was because he passed away in the hospital there in Kansas City, Missouri. Okay. So that is why I contacted the medical examiner's office to see if they had his name in their database, which they said they didn't. But just like they said the same thing in this email, they also mentioned, though, that that database doesn't cover the county that Gladstone's in, okay? So assuming that maybe it was a hospital in Gladstone, the city of Gladstone, that's a different county, and that's a different medical examiner's office I got to call tomorrow. Same thing in Ohio. They said the same thing in the email we're going to read together, all right? So it's getting narrowed down, okay? The reason people were calling in Ohio is because that's, I guess, the home of records for this individual, okay? I believe we're going to get the record if it's, and remember what I said, the only way that it will be public information, which means the only way that you can call a criminal examiner's office, or excuse me, not criminal, a medical examiner's office, and the only way that they can pull that up on their database is if it was entered in their database. And this is according to this medical examiner I talked to, okay? The one in Missouri, okay? Kansas City, Missouri office. According to them, the only way that they'll put somebody's name in their database is if there is a criminal investigation. So if there is no criminal investigation into an individual's death, then it doesn't go into the database, okay? Now, there's always going to be a death certificate no matter what, but that's not public information. You follow me? So the only way we're going to find out as far as through the public information venue or route, which is what this channel uses, okay? I'm not going to be calling Willy2Guns family, okay? We don't do that, all right? We just use public information venues. The only way I'm going to find out if this is true is if it was, a criminal investigation is started and that information was put into whatever database in whatever state or county's medical examiner's office. So if that's the case, let's just play a little scenario. Okay? Scenario is if Willy2Guns did pass away and there is a criminal investigation started, which means his name was put into a database, at this point, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is trying to find out which database his name was put in. And if I can find the correct database, then they should be able to look up his name. That's where I'm starting with. Now, if it comes to be where I've looked and we can't find him, then there could be the possibility that maybe this was a rumor. But a lot of my opinions have changed, and they just change kind of as more information comes through. And I'm going to share a little bit more here with you, and maybe that's going to change your opinion a bit if you were kind of on the fence a bit as to, is it true, is it not, okay? So, and it looks like, yeah, I just got an Instagram message that's telling me that looks like IP2 has deleted that email off of their community post. So, but we, obviously people screenshot it. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. So just in case you weren't able to see that for yourself, we're going to read that together here with you. Okay. So let me bring up here what I had to share. And I apologize. I got a lot of stuff mixed up. There's not really any really order here. So I'm just going to kind of go through everything here with you. So what you're seeing here is a screenshot of the email I had, and I'll read it with you. Actually, this was the reply to me. Okay. So it says, I spoke with our captain and he said we can release the reference CFS report to you. Please send a written request for the report on your company letterhead, along with a $1 check made payable to City of Gladstone, blah, 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 blah. If you would like to have it emailed to you, please indicate that in your request. Now, the reason I circle this paragraph is here's where I don't know if I'm going to get, again, at this point, it doesn't matter because we already know Willy's legal name. But remember, I was doing this to try to obtain that. They did put, though, please note, however, under Missouri Sunshine Law, all suspects' information will be redacted. So there would have been a good possibility that his name might have been redacted. Sometimes they don't, okay? Sometimes they don't. They just say it and they don't. But either way, that information is going to be on its way. Whether it's going to be important to this investigation or not, who knows? But hey, it's on its way. So, and as soon as I get it, I will be sharing that with everybody, of course. So, moving on. Sorry, these are like 10 seconds each. Dun, 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 dun. All right, there we go. Oops. There we go. So, this right here is public record for this individual. This is just to prove to you that they are who they are, okay? And that their legal name is now available. This is available because they are a registered voter. And for some of you that don't know, when you become a registered voter, it does not matter which party you register for, you become part of the system of public information. So, again, reason I redacted that is just for, because I wanted to, but in reality, it doesn't have to be because it's all public information. So, and that's where that was found. So, that's where it confirms that this individual's name has been confirmed, and that's where the search can begin now, okay? All right, this is probably, I don't think I can get this any bigger. Let's see, would I do that? No, I can't. But anyways, this is just a screenshot. This was from Beck. I don't know if this was, let me see if I can make it bigger on my end. What is that? That looks like an Instagram post, right? Somebody in chat can help me. That looks like an Instagram post, but that was just something that was sent to me. The reason I had that on there was I was trying to figure out the date of when that came through or when that was posted. Because obviously, well, that could be an old picture and then she just put the rip, but it'd be interested to see, what date that was posted, because I'd like to verify or reference that back to what dates she's claiming now when she found out. And see, that's the thing is when people start lying about stuff, especially something like this, about the passing of somebody, there's a reason. You follow me? People don't lie about things like this. So, there's a couple of things going on here with this investigation. The first and most important thing to find out is whether this is true. This information is true, okay? Whether this individual passed or not. The second thing that's going to be important in this investigation is going to be if they did pass, is there a criminal investigation that's going to be started and who's going to be involved in it, okay? And that's when you start putting a lot of these little things together and wondering, well, why would they be lying about dates? You know what I mean? Things like that, all right? And I'm learning a lot of stuff by reading chat here as well. And again, a lot of this stuff, I saw people saying we're going to look at some of these posts. They could be fake. They could not be fake. Stuff can be edited. I'm just putting it out, okay, letting you guys make your own opinion. Remember, what I make my opinions on 99.9% of the time is off of public records, okay? When it's something that's actually coming right out of the medical examiner's office, okay? Even an obituary can be faked, all right? Now, when you can pull it off of a website, that's a little bit different story. But if somebody even just posts an obituary going through a picture of a screenshot of one, that can be edited, okay? So that's just what I want you to keep in mind is, yeah, absolutely. A lot of this information could just be BS. A lot of it may not, all right? We're just taking a look at all the facts. That's all we're doing. All right. Okay, here we go. So this is the statement that Blade released in regards to, I guess, I don't know, his official statement to IP2. So we'll read this together here. I know you can't see it, and some of you in your full screen mode, depending if you're on your computer, you may, but for some of you that may not, I'll read it to you. All right, here we go. I just woke up. Oh, I guess, I don't know what, I'm just going to read it. I guess these are what? Looks like probably messages or something from between him and Keemstar. Is that what I'm reading here? But it says, I just woke up. Bro, what is your effing problem? What happened to you? I'm disgusted to have ever helped you. You talentless, leeching F-A-G-G-O-T. You must be bored or evil. Here's the deal. F off. Don't mention me ever. I don't mention you. You should have necked in the womb. F your shitty drama alert, which I came up with, by the way, you talentless F-A-G-G-O-T. The effed up thing is you were never my friend. It was an opportunity for you to grow a YouTube channel because besides determination, you're nothing. That dumb kid at recess that tries the hardest. I grew up knowing kids like you. Effing losers that think if they try harder than the other kids, then maybe they might make it. You are the equivalent of an ugly B-cupper that thinks she deserves the prom crown. 100 years from now, when the dust settles, people will forget about you. I'll live on. I'm so disappointed in myself for ever helping you. F your interview and everything you stand for, piece of shit. The thing is, I don't hate you. I wouldn't go to your funeral, though. I'm sure you're going to make a video or whatever. Here's my statement. Oh, shit. Here's the statement now. Willie died a month later from complications from ventilator. I called ambulance and stayed online with operator until paramedics came. I was sober and didn't give him any booze or knew that he wasn't supposed to drink because of medication he was taking because of a rollover car crash a month prior. There is no police investigation. Anybody saying that is giving misinformation. Double dog toss. I guess this is now in reference to the alleged tossing of the dog. I dropped, not tossed, dropped the dog like 2 feet, including a picture to show dog fall was not what the angle is. Same thing as dog toss years ago. Clearly not okay, but not as outrageous as people make it out to be. Well, I think it was fucking disgusting. My opinion. Last note. Going sober. I've done it before. You've helped me before. Not making promises, but it's time. Shit's old. Every negative thing stems from that. I do appreciate you in the past going out of your way to help me out multiple times and knowing I'm better than the booze. End of statement. Take it as you want. All right. So let me just move on here. All right, so these are the Facebook posts, I guess you can say. Let's see here. Let me zoom in. Or not Facebook, excuse me. This is YouTube, right? These are comments. Yeah, this is YouTube. My apology. So I don't have my glasses on, so this is kind of small, but yeah, I can tell. But these look like, and again, you know, these on YouTube, anybody can be anybody, all right? We know that, all right? You can't take a post, you know, for anything as just what you want to take it for, all right? But again, just here to show the information and let you guys make your own decisions about it. But let me read a few of these because I know, like I said, for some of you, you may not be able to see it based on, you know, what you're using to tune into us tonight. But let me jump over here. All right. So at the top left-hand corner, this says, and of course, everything's been redacted, okay? These were sent to me, so I'm not sure who redacted that information, but I'm assuming based on, what was shared with me along with the screenshot was that these, looks like were members of their family that were sharing this information, okay? So it says, okay, everyone, here I go again. I have a family member, and this is dated. This is why this was important to me, because I'm looking at dates again. All right. So August 7th is when this is posted. Okay, everyone, here I go again. I have a family member that is in need of prayers. I cannot say who at this time, but if you will just remember our family in your prayers, I'm sure God is listening. Thank you so much. Any questions, message me. August 7th. Now remember, August 4th was the date of the incident. So this is about 3 days later. Now we got right under that, September 6th. This says, this has been a long, hard battle for our cousin, but he finally has pulled through. Only God could have did this and his fight to live. Dated September 6th. Then underneath that, same date, different person, I would like to say thank you for sweet nephew, his mom and Nana. They took him off the vent. He had some ice cream and got to talk. And I guess, let's see here. Yeah, so this is the rest of that message. I would like to say thank you for sweet nephew, his mom and Nana. They took him off the vent. He had some ice cream and he got to talk to his mom on the phone. She said that he would have to have physical therapy. I praise God for all the things he continues to do and my family lives. That was September 6th. So almost a month later from the date of incident, okay? So according to this, they're saying a month later, he was supposedly taken off of the ventilator, but not in a bad way, okay, that he was doing okay. Now, September 11th, if we go to the far bottom left corner message, this is dated September 11th. This is from the original individual in the kind of where you can see the red. It looks like they're wearing a red shirt. And it reads, just want to thank everyone for all the prayers for my cousin. We lost him a couple of days ago after he fought so hard for over a month on and off life support. Please remember his family in our prayers. He was very loved and he will be missed by his family and friends. Fly high. Dated September 11th. And let's see here. Becky, or Beck, whatever you want to call her, and Blade's update was September 22nd. 11 days later. Claiming that Beck found out about the 20th, 9 days later. Exactly. That's a good question, Kevin. And then, like I said, there are those clips. And, if we don't get to them tonight, obviously this is going to continue. We'll play them. And you can find them where he's making statements pretty much alleging that, Willy's passed. And it's before, obviously, the September 22nd date. And you know what? A lot of people were talking about, is there even any type of correlation between even Trina's case and why Becky and Blade even moved over to Kansas City? Man. All right, let's see what else we had here. Okay, that was the other. Okay, just went back. Is that it? Yep, that was it. All right. So now, while we've been doing all this, I have received a couple of messages, and one has given me some pretty good information. Now, nothing that's, anything like new. It just gives me a good start to now contacting, some of these medical examiners. Again, I've got one to, hopefully they'll be returning my call that I left the message on, but either way, I'll be calling them tomorrow. That's going to be the Gladstone medical examiner to see if, Willy2Guns' name is in their in their database. So remember, we've already, from this channel, okay, I can't speak on behalf of the email, okay? That was presented by Tone on his IRL. I'm not sure who the individual was. He said it wasn't him. It was another individual, and that's why it was redacted, the info that, sent that email to him, but it was somebody else that contacted the, I guess, medical examiner in Ohio, okay? So they said they didn't have anything on their database, but remember, they said, though, there's a few counties that their database doesn't cover, okay? Then this channel, myself personally, contacted the medical examiner's office in Kansas City, Missouri. And as of today, there was no record of Willy2Guns in their database. But kind of similar to the email, the situation going on in Ohio, that individual or that representative for the office in Missouri said that database didn't include, for example, Gladstone, which the reason Gladstone is important because Gladstone is, for example, the Gladstone Police Department is the one that went and responded to the trespassing call at Walmart, okay? So I'm imagining that's the area they were at. That's the area probably where Blade's house was at. Again, I don't know. At this point, I don't want that information because it's doxing, But either way, if that's where the hospital was in Gladstone, and that's where Willie passed away, if that's what may have happened, then that's where, that's why that information wouldn't have been brought up in the database from the Kansas City database, okay? Which they've already checked and said he's not on. So tomorrow, I'll get a hold of Gladstone's medical examiner's office, check with them. I think if they say no, then that pretty much covers the state of Missouri, okay? And then we move on to another, looking in another state and narrowing it down. It's pretty much what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Simple as that. Now, there could be other information that's going to come up between now and then. But personally, it's very confusing for me. I mean, if you were to ask me, what do you think, NJ? I mean, in my heart, just based on what I saw, I think Willie did pass away, and it hurts, man, because I really don't want it to be, but just based on what I'm seeing, it's without actually having a death certificate in front of me, it feels like that could possibly be what happened. But then the thing that bothers me is the individuals that are the characters in this whole, just mess. You follow me? They were the ones that you see in this video clip that we watched, okay? They're the ones that if this goes to a criminal charge, if Willie did pass away, they're the ones that are going to be investigated, okay? They're also the same ones that are saying and putting out all this news. You know what I mean? So I can't take that serious. I can't find those people and say that they're a reliable source because they're not. Frankly, no. I mean, nobody is really, I mean, that's why you want to confirm stuff with public records and things like that. So really, until I can get something that's an official statement from a public office, me personally, I can't confirm what's the truth. But if it is what really happened, yeah, my condolences to his family and what what a senseless death. And like I said, I will hope that they do a full investigation. And with the video being out there, there's no question that one would not be done. It's as simple as that. Yeah, Zingbot, I agree with you. I have the same feelings, my friend. It's sad and angry. It's confusing, you know, because you really just want to get to the bottom of it, just to make, you know, to just make sure you're not, you know, going crazy, because it's sad. It really is, because you see what happened, you know, you almost watched exactly what happened. It was sadly on an IRL stream, disgusting. And if it's true, that's what just makes it so fucked up about this whole situation. And that's why you don't want it to be true. Like, I'm sitting here going, no, it can't be. But, you know, reading a lot of this stuff, unless it's false, a lot of these just little bits that I've read, unless they're false, those are kind of the things that are leading me to think that this really happened. You know what I mean? And, you know, he seemed like a really likable guy. So I'm sure he's got a lot of family that are probably very much heartbroken. Okay. And especially about the whole situation. I mean, I even heard a rumor that possibly that Becky's even driving his truck still. I mean, she was just a girlfriend to him, right? They weren't married. So if that's the truth, I'm wondering why she even would still have possession of his truck. Again, I don't know if that's the truth. That's allegedly. So I think personally a lot's going to be coming out of this. I think this is just the beginning. I think there's obviously a lot of channels are covering this. And I think because of that, the truth is going to come out, you know. Had it not had so much of the coverage, and it sucks, you know, I really feel bad that, you know, if it's the case, someone's, you know, somebody passed away, that, you know, this is the way people are finding out. But it's also important to find out because how this happened. And if that's really the case, if somebody passed away, people need to face the justice system. Okay. There needs to be some answers. Absolutely. My opinion. And I know there's going to be some people that are going to be in trouble. Absolutely. Deb says, NJ Courts, I heard part of the reason Willie was there was because he wanted to help Tone get off the fence. Well, as a matter of fact, that's where I had heard the story, Deb, as he was talking to Tone about he used to be addicted to pills because I guess he got them while he was being treated as a cancer patient. So I can totally see, you know, and he was having that conversation as in kind of, you know, like, hey, you know, in a good way, like to be helping him. You follow me? So, yeah, that's really shitty. I mean, there's a lot of little things, you know, that are coming up. I'll share another thing with you. Again, I can't say this is true. I'm not trying to spread things, but let me just share something with you. It was brought up, for example, that, and this is something you do see. So again, this is a fact. Fact is you see Tone hand Willy2Guns one of these, right? Willie's like this. Willie's pretty drunk. Tone hands him one of these. Willie starts coughing. Somebody had a good point. And again, I don't know about this. So, you know, sorry. I don't even know if this is physically can even happen. All right. But they said because Tone, I guess, is an ex or currently is an alleged fent user. Okay. That he may have used that to burn fentanyl. And possibly maybe that could have been mixed in like some fumes. You know, you got to remember fentanyl is a very strong and dangerous drug, okay? And for some people, especially people that don't use it, it just takes a very small amount. So there was somebody that even shared that information with me. You know, I mean, I'm sure they probably did a toxology report. And I'll tell you that if some weird shit comes up on that report, you betcha there's going to be a fucking criminal investigation started. And I'll tell you this, based on just what I've heard and the reaction it seems like the family had towards Becky and towards this whole situation, if Willy2Guns really passed away, I can almost guarantee that family is not only going to bring a criminal investigation down, possibly even maybe a civil suit. Okay? It happens. When people get killed and it's negligent, they get criminally charged, and then they get civilly sued. So it's just the vapes. There you go, Lepeps. Thank you. The vapes. That's what I was trying to... I appreciate you helping me with that. But that's what I was trying to reference is the vapes. It's just... Who knows? I mean, like I said, it's... Obviously, the guy was highly intoxicated. He's on probably medications. If he was on Ambien, you can't be drinking while you're on Ambien, okay? If for some of you aren't aware, Ambien itself is already dangerous for some people because it can slow your breathing, okay? So imagine you're already got something that's slowing your breathing, and then you're mixing that with alcohol, and then who knows what else. So just the fact of the alcohol itself and the amount that was being served to him, okay, was dangerous. Just being mixed in. Just say, for example, he's just on Ambien. That's all he takes is Ambien. And if he had just taken an Ambien for whatever reason, maybe, because remember, they state that they had just finished a 14-hour road trip driving, okay? So maybe Willie's intentions when he got to the house was, hey, I'm going to take an Ambien and then I'm going to crash out. I'm going to get some sleep. So he may have took an Ambien with that, thinking he was going to go to bed, and then, ends up getting, caught in the hole, hey, and starts drinking, and then you see what happens, okay? Again, I don't know if that's how it happened, but I'm just putting out some scenarios, makes sense, right? You drive 14 hours, you're pretty damn tired, and if you need an Ambien to help you sleep, or that's what you take to sleep, or before you do, maybe that's what he did. And then he starts, partying it up a bit, drinking, mixing that, and it's not a good combination. Just that alone. Ambien and alcohol is a dangerous combination, especially if you're telling me he may have already had already previous or current heart issues. So it's just a really bad thing. And I'll tell you this, okay, if the parties at the house want to say, oh, we're not, no. Willie is his own man. But same thing is when people go to a bar and get overserved, okay? And guess who can get criminally charged and in trouble? The bartender. It happens a lot. So, that whole, hey, they're their own man, their own responsibility, that doesn't fly all the time, okay? At some point, there's negligence when you should have stopped him from drinking or not continue to serve somebody in the state they are already, and they did, okay? Especially when they're doing it for donations, all right? So you're playing that videotape to a judge, a jury, and they're seeing that this individual already in the state that he's in is getting force-fed alcohol because of donations for money. It's not going to look good. There's a lot. I don't care how they want to spin it. Everybody watched that video that's in here. I'm pretty sure most people in this chat are going to agree that there was some sort of negligence that you witnessed. And remember, this ain't no internet bullshit, okay? This ain't no internet stuff. This is straight. Somebody died, and there's a criminal investigation. It's going to lead to just straight drinking, what was in their blood system, who was part of it, and the video, okay? There's no this, that, that's... No. This is straight just facts, okay? And with that video, that's all evidence you need. So I'm telling you, if this really happened, if this individual passed away and a criminal investigation starts, there's going to be some people that are going to be paying the piper. I will tell you that. This is not no interstate situation or, oh, we can't do anything because, you know, this individual's from another state and you guys are all IRL YouTubers from different other states. And nope. Cut and clear. Yup, George Dadley, best way to put it. And then Blade, his excuse to the judge, I was sober, Your Honor. I was sober. I can't be negligent if I'm sober. Bro, just because you're sober doesn't mean you can't be stupid, okay? Man. So that's about all I had so far. You know, like I said, I'm not going to drag anything out that there's just not anything to speak about anymore. You know, there's quite a bit of clips out there. A lot of them are just kind of different clips of kind of that same, like there's a clip you can watch. I'll give you an example. We can watch a little bit of it while we're all here. Let me cue up this one here. I think this was one of the last clips I had that I was going to show if we had time, and we do. We got some time. Let's see here. Here was an update. Ha! I actually remember, I think they used to come into this chat. This is from Cassandra's Life in Albuquerque, and I'm pretty sure they're referring to Albuquerque. So that's why I remember that name. But this is the channel that put out this clip here. And this seems to be, so we heard an update from Beck and Blade. This, I believe, is an update from a curly hair dude. What's his face? I always have I can never remember his name. You guys know who I'm talking about. And I'm sure you guys will remind me here in chat. But anyways. Oh, Saint. There we go. Saint. All right. Just came to me. So let's add that here. This is the first update, okay? So this is an update after Willie just got put in the hospital, all right? I just had a few things. I just wanted to play some of these clips, you know, in case some of y'all haven't heard them or seen them. There's no, like, specific real reason, you know? It's just, again, I'm just listening to things, okay? Because that's how I learn, you know? So, again, this was an update from, I guess, Saint in reference to Willie when he got put in the hospital.
Shut up. Get a Willy2Guns update just now, and if you would like to hear it, I will give it to you. And holy fucking shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, Willy2Guns update as of right now. God help us all. So Willy2Guns is on life support. And I'm not trolling. I just found this out. Blade just kind of muttered it out of the side of his mouth because he's on the phone. He's on the phone with the police to tell them that he's found 4 of his. Sorry, why? Look, I'm like open my shit. Like Jesus Christ, sorry, back it up.
Best friends.
But this isn't a script. A human being.
Right. Well, and that's the second time I've heard life support, okay? Remember Blade, when he's talking to his mom, he said the same thing. So that's 2 people saying life support just after the incident happened. All right? That's pretty serious. Let me see, what was the other clip I had here? Okay, yeah. The other one I had was just, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. We just got a super chat. Sorry, let me get that queued up here. So this is from Derek Mo 29. Thank you so much. Hey, get to bust out the old gavel. Thank you so much, Derek Mo 29, for that $5 super chat that reads, I can't prove it, but I know damn well Tone pulled Willy's right arm, causing him to fall. Interesting. Well, the video's there. Are you saying that you can't see it in the video, that's what may have happened? So I'm going to take a look at that video a little bit closely and see if I can see anything like that, Derek Mo 29. And I appreciate, again, your support. It was clipped, Kevin says. Oh, Kevin, I think actually we had that video queued up. Hold on. I'm trying to think where I had that. Yeah, that was a pretty shitty one where you see actually, hold on. I had it let's see here. I think it's this one. Thought I had it queued up. Maybe I didn't. Here you go. All right, let me get it queued up. So this clip that we're going to watch, this is kind of Blade's giving an update to Becky. So supposedly Beck didn't know what had happened to Willy right, after the ambulance left, okay? So I guess sober, remember it says sober, but I guess he got pretty drunk pretty quick. Blade is now talking or calling Beck to let her know what happened. And this is her reaction, okay? Trigger warning. It's pretty sick, all right?
Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. The ambulance and the case. Call the ambulance. The ambulance and the KCPD came, got him, and took him to the hospital. It's all fucked up. So yeah.
The truth hurts, doesn't it, Beck? You actually downgraded your boyfriend with somebody who's worse than Blade. He's in the hospital, and then you started laughing. When you didn't even realize that he was in the hospital, huh? And then you started laughing when Blade told you he was in the hospital. Oh, you started laughing because you have a life insurance policy on him, huh?
That's OG Geezer for some of you that don't know who he is.
First thing she does when she's in a relationship, makes her boyfriends put a life insurance policy out.
He's another
that
IRL
is
streamer, if you
sus
want
as
to call him
fuck.
that. But the important part of this clip is the beginning part here, and I'll replay that again.
Call the ambulance. The ambulance and the KCPD came, got him, and took him to the hospital. It's all fucked up. So yeah.
The truth hurts, doesn't it, Beck? You actually downgraded your boyfriend.
Call the ambulance. The ambulance and the KCPD came, got him, and took him to the hospital. It's all fucked up. So yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's I can't find it. That's not the one I wanted, but there's one, and actually, let me shout out that channel really quick. I'm sorry. That clip came from Based Army, so that's their link right there. So there's another clip that's the same one, but it's the longer one without OG Geezer commenting on it. And, you can hear more of the conversation. But, yeah, one, she wasn't aware of what happened, okay? And two, she doesn't take it in any way. I mean, her reaction is just like you saw there. It starts just like that with the laughing, and then it's a little bit worse, you know. Yeah, it's really shitty. I mean, it's just gross. I mean, just to see how it started, how it ends, and I mean, this person's literally in the hospital, and not one of those people give a fuck to go over there and check on this individual. You know what I mean? They're all just drinking at the house. That's what they rather do. I mean, remember this. Think about this. Blade was supposedly sober when he made those calls, right? So Blade's sober at the time he's dealing with the emergency, allegedly. Why wouldn't he have stayed sober and driven over to the hospital to check on Willie? Instead, it sounds like he just stayed at the house and got fucked up. And that's why he's drunk making that call with maybe a fucked up Beck. I mean, it doesn't matter if she's intoxicated or not, because that reaction was horrible. Stick, what up, Stick, with the $5 super chat? Let's get that posted up. And it reads, I understand using humor to try to deal with sad situations, but using the name Only Use Me Grave is too soon, bro. Come on, rip, Will. Thank you for your support, Stick. Billy K, how do two people date for only about a month and you have to talk about being on or in a will or get life insurance? So that's another thing that I've been hearing that's been brought up. And that's something I'm going to look into a little bit more because that is interesting. Apparently, it's been brought up that, you know, this Beck was put on or something was changed in Willy2Guns insurance or will, where she's on there after 2 months. Hey, to each their own. He can do whatever the F he wants. But definitely is, you know, makes you think a little bit more about the situation. That's for sure. And I'll tell you this, rightfully any detective that would be investigating something like this or investigating even going down that road is absolutely going to take that in consideration that, you know what I mean? Yup, Mr. T, we're still rolling. JT360. Jobo says Willie had her on the new truck insurance and the Harley. And John Jacobs says Beck admitted she got on his will. Sean Fay says none of it adds up. Kevin says the whole thing is really strange. Yeah, I agree. Exactly, Panther Piss. They hate paying out. Exactly. What up, Billy K? So, yeah, that's where we kind of are at this point. So I'll give you just a quick summary, all right? Summary is going to be that at this point, we still, on my end, I have not confirmed whether Willy2Guns has passed or not. Okay, now I have my opinion, which I shared earlier, but as far as confirming it through public information, nope, absolutely not. I have not been able to. Okay, now something that is very helpful that information came out was obviously having his legal name, because that's going to make it a lot easier to do my job. Okay, and I've already started. Okay, I started by calling first thing today and speaking with somebody out of the office, medical examiner's office in Kansas City, Missouri. All right. And they've already looked in their database and said they found nobody by that name, okay? But there's another database we're going to check tomorrow. No 4 Reactor, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. Let's get that queued up. And it says, you're doing a good service in Willie's memory. Thank you for that, because own so-called friends don't give an F. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support and for everybody else's. And Rip, absolutely. R.I.P. Willie, man. It's, you know, like I said, if this really happened, okay, that's the first thing I need to get to the bottom of. All right. But if it did, you can betcha there's going to be a criminal investigation, and we're going to follow it, all right? Because it's important to know what's going to happen to these individuals that were part of this shit, okay? And you know, and it goes from there. That's all we can do, you know, is just report. That's what this channel does, all right? So I appreciate your support, and yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. So again, where we're at is, you know, I'm going to continue my search tomorrow. You know, I'm going to continue by either receiving a call back or just calling again over to the other county to check on their database. And then I'm going to start calling a few other counties. I was given a few little, I call them tips, little crumbs today. And I'm going to start first thing tomorrow. Okay. And either myself or maybe another channel will be reporting on this and may get you information before I do. Does not matter, okay? I'm not doing this for content. I'm not doing this for anything, any views, okay? I'm doing this because people reached out to me. I'm doing this because personally, I feel that we need to get to the bottom of this. And like I said, this is what this channel does, and I'm more than happy to use my resources and my ability to get those answers if I can for everybody. So tomorrow I'm going to continue with that, and I will share any other information I get. Like I said, right now, what I do have coming from this case right now is going to be any information, whether they're going to give me an actual, you know, MP3 audio clip of what the call was, 911 call for the Walmart incident, or if it's just going to be, you know, a call, just a log, you know, with the little operator, what they said, what the caller said, operator, what they said, with a bunch of redacted information. Who knows? I'll share it with you guys, whether it's important with the investigation at this point. Who knows? We'll find out. Like I said, I originally started with that lead just as the way to get Willy2Guns' name, because without his name, I can't find anything else as far as, you know, whether he passed or not through the public information. That's the first thing they're going to ask, okay? Name and date of birth. All right? So that's why I started with that. Now, that's information that's coming to me. Like I said, whether it's important or not, who knows? Till it comes, I'll share it with you either way. Tomorrow I will continue making calls. Tomorrow I will also be giving everybody a court news update, because we've got a lot of other cases we've been following. We've got an update about the Cyrex court case, okay? We're going to give you an update about what's going on with Ski Mask. As a matter of fact, I just got some information sent to me that he possibly got arrested. But you know how that's all a lot of rumors, and you know how Ski Mask has been. That guy's been on a fucking fairy tale fucking extravaganza, all right? I mean, I've never heard so many fairy tales in my life, okay? So if that's the truth, I'll find out for you. Maybe that'll be breaking news here in about 10, 20 minutes once this stream ends. Who knows, all right? But either way, tomorrow we'll have some more court updates for you. If I have any other updates regarding this investigation, I will let you know immediately. Doesn't have to wait till the show. And, you know, we just continue on. And like I said, if anybody else has any other bit of information they want to share, please feel free to do so. You can contact me through my Instagram. That link's going to be on the main, you know, if you go on my main YouTube page, I've got a little link for it there. You can also email me. I'll put that email up right now for y'all. There's my email right there. So, Zingbot, and you need what jurisdiction has the case in case we have to call demanding an investigation of Willie's case, NJ Courts? Oh, absolutely. And like I said, once I figure out what county this is all going to be, like I said, first we got to just figure out the truth, all right? And then, like I said, from there, if just like the medical examiner people told me, if it's in anybody's system, doesn't matter what state, if it's in their database, that means a criminal investigation did get started, okay? So if we find out that that info is in a database, one, that's going to be sad information because that does confirm that he passed, okay? But most importantly, that's going to confirm that an investigation is starting. And that's where this court channel gets involved, because that's what we do. We cover court cases. And if a criminal investigation is going to happen, guess what's going to happen after that? People are going to be going in front of judges. People are going to be having arraignments. All right. So we just go from there. Like I said, I've got a lot of work to do tonight, tomorrow. I can't do a lot of my calls because obviously these public offices are closed. They open again tomorrow morning. But as far as research, I'll be doing that all night. If you have anything to share with me, send it my way. But tomorrow I'll have a better update on all our other court cases, like I said. And if Ski Mask's just trolling about him getting arrested, I'm pretty sure that's all that is. If it's true, hey, I'll let you know. But just with my experience, I have a feeling that that's just BS. I'm pretty sure if he's not live right now, he'll be live here within the next 5-10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And probably telling you some story that he got arrested and that he got back out because he no longer has any warrants. Okay. Yeah. So you've heard it. Like I said, we'll go over all that bullshit and shenanigans. I mean, the guy literally today, I'll give you an example. Okay. This whole story about his vehicle breaking down and this and that. Holy moly, man. I don't even listen to that guy anymore as much because one, I lose the brain cells too. It's the same repetitive shit. It just gets old and boring and just pointless. And I got a lot of other important stuff to do with the channel. And most importantly, it's just bullshit, man. You know what I mean? You can't take the guy truthful anymore for anything. I never did, but I mean, come on, okay? The guy flipped. He said he gave 3 different stories as far as what was wrong with his car today, okay? And then he ended, I think the last time I heard him talk about it was, it's working now. And it's because he paid money for it, and now it's working, right? All he wants is just me. So I paid for it, but pay me. So fuck out of here with that shit. Hey, I appreciate the good comments. Thank you, No4 Reactor. And I thank you, everybody else, for coming in. I appreciate all my mods being here this evening. I appreciate all the members of the jury being here this evening. I want to say welcome. We got a lot of new members that have just became members within the last couple of weeks. A lot of people joined on their own. A lot of people are members because they were gifted that. And I want to say thank you to those supporters that have been gifting a lot of those memberships. I appreciate your support. Most importantly, thank you for all you being here tonight. Thank you for all the viewers. I appreciate y'all being part of chat, being respectful to each other. It's what, allows with the chat to go smooth, and it allows you to hang out and chat, and participate in it. So, and we learn a lot. I learned really a lot from you guys in chat. So I appreciate you all this evening. You guys don't see me because you don't see me off screen, but I'm always constantly writing notes. I'm reading chat, I'm writing notes. Oops, did I finish there? Yeah. So I got about what? Let's see here. Oh, there we are. I was like, I know I had more notes. Yeah. So this is from you guys, just listening to you guys, writing down a lot of notes here. All right. So I always got my legal pad. So again, thank you guys for a lot of the info. So, all right, you guys, we'll get some sleep, man. It's already 12 o'clock here in the West. All right. So that means it's what? Midnight right now, 11 o'clock for my homies on the West Coast. And it's going to be what? Oh, my gosh. 2 in the morning for my homies on the East Coast. And 1 o'clock for my homies in the Midwest. So, yeah, everybody, let's go to bed. Okay, it's Tuesday night. For a lot of you that work tomorrow, you got a big day. It's going to be hump day. 2 more days after tomorrow. Then it's already TGIF, man. See how fucking quick time flies. I'll tell you that. Where's my chalkboard flat, Ronnie? I ain't got one. I'll show you what I do have, though. And actually, that's a good question. Thank you for reminding me. Tomorrow, I promise I will have the calendar updated. We've already done September. We're not done with September yet, but I'm still going to put dates on there because it still helps me reference to those court dates. But we've got to fill up October, man. We've got a lot of stuff happening in October. So I will have this filled out tomorrow with court dates because tomorrow you're getting court updates. So it works hand in hand. So thank you for reminding me about that. But I don't have a chalkboard because I need something that's light and portable because I take this with me. We got a lot of portable studios. So that'll be filled up. That'll be filled up tomorrow. And then we'll go over court dates. give you some updates on, like I said, Cyrex court update, give you an update on some of the other things going on. Yeah, we definitely got updates. Don't forget, I didn't. We've got an update coming up on the Jimmy the Christian investigation. All right. Yeah, tune in for that tomorrow. I'll put a notification through the community post and through Instagram. That's kind of what I'm going to start doing now, is always just putting a community post anytime I'm going to go live to remind everybody on the community post and through Instagram. And then, of course, once I post the actual live show, the live stream, you can always click on it and get and hit, notify me. And then that'll give you notification, because I have heard a lot of people have been having troubles getting notifications. And that's when they're already have them clicked on through their settings, which I appreciate that you've done that for this channel. But another thing I recommend, if you're having problems with that, is once you know a live stream is going to be going on, that's why I'm going to start being more active. And now it's not even going to start. I'm going to make sure I always put a reminder through the community tab post. So that way you can always check there. If you see that, hey, there's going to be a live stream, click on it and then hit notify me on that. Okay. So that'll kind of be like a double notifying of you. Technically, you'll get notified once if you didn't have click notify me, because you already have all notifications turned on. Thank you. But it gives you another reminder because you specifically clicked remind me just for that live stream itself. All right. Just a little tip for some of y'all that may be having problems with getting the notifications. So I've had a lot of people reach out to me that said, hey, I didn't get a notification. So shout out to my replay crew. Love you guys. But yeah, let's call it a night. So thank you again to my mods. Thank you again to all the members of the jury. You rock. Okay. I don't know. Some of y'all saw the new 2 emojis I added, but giving you a little clue as to what we got going on for the Halloween IRL special coming up October, man. It's going to be wild. A week of just madness. All right. And it's going to end with one of the fucking craziest ghost hunting. Oops, I gave too much. All right, that's it. I'm not going to speak any further. But it's going to be insane. All right. Flat Ronnie. Hey, you know what? Flat Ronnie. Watch, my friend. Just watch. You're going to be surprised, all right? Ain't going to be no Cocktober, baby. Just watch. Yeah, and I agree. Be safe, all. Like I always said, be vigilant. Check your six. Head on a swivel. Life's too short, man, and it's just nuts, man, when you see stuff like this and just how crazy and just bad people are, man. Just to see how people just don't give a flying F about another human being is what I witnessed, and that's what's sad. That's what makes me feel kind of a little shitty about humanity, is just like, damn, there's really people that are like that still, man. Fuck. But I know there's a lot of good people. I've seen it. You guys are out there. You're in chat, all right? You guys are part of this channel, all right? So thank you again for, like I said, all your support. Thank you again for being here as a viewer. And we'll see you tomorrow, all right? So with that being said, and I am officially going to say it, NJ Courts is officially out of here. All right, you guys. Love you. Take care. We'll see you, not technically tomorrow, because it is already today. So we'll see you later today. Peace.